Hello lovely friends, can you see the bird? In this experimental fluid art tutorial, I'm playing with a new technique I've been developing called flick, blow and pull. So I really hope you stay around to enjoy the video with me. Thank you so much, first of all, to all of my supporters, my members and my subscribers and everyone who watches my videos and shares them. Thank you so much. Your support means the world. So welcome to my channel. I'm Marie-Louise and today we're using our fingers to flick the paint, using a straw to gently blow it across the canvas, and we're using a palette knife with this particular colour palette to pull and shape the movement. We can create beautiful feather-like tendrils and flowing shapes without having to paint every individual feather, and it doesn't have to be taking the shape of a bird if you don't want to. It just so happened to have a lot of flow and I added a head and beak. So let's see how this developed. I'm using a white base and how I mix my paints will be in the description, and you can get all of my free tutorials there too. And I've got white there and I've got a purple, teal and pink. Now then, I'm going to show you how by gently tilting and adding more paint can change the movement and help to bring the painting to life. So first of all, with the white paint, I'm going to get my canvas and gently tilt it, and using my hand to spread it gently on the sides. It's lovely and fluid, probably more fluid in this weather because in the UK we're having a really hot summer, and it tends to make the pouring medium a little bit more fluid. And also it helps the paint to move really nicely across the surface of the base paint. So today we've got a base paint by Crawford and Black, and I've got 50% paint, 50% water and a dash of pouring medium. I say dash because I do it according to the amount of flow that I'd like in my paint, and everyone likes something different. With fluid art, it's so about experimentation. And at the beginning, the questions were, I've asked so many questions over the last 8 years, and now I've just formulated how I like to do it. And one of the things I came to realise was that actually it's a very personal thing. You can follow what someone else does, but you need to experiment to see how it works with your style and what you prefer. But this is a formula that I've developed for myself, and my students seem to love it, and it has perfect results in so many different ways. So I'll show you the formula that I use in the description below. So first of all, today we've got like a turquoisey blue, which is green blue. Then we've got purple and we've got magenta. And I'm going to put a little bit of white in there. And then on top of the white, I'm going to put some more pink, slightly different pink, just for experimentation reasons. I love to experiment. If you watch my videos, you'll know that. And that's how I've created all these different things. But I had to start recording because I get so lost in the moment, it's hard to remember what I did. So you can see now the angle of which I'm flicking. I'm flicking up where I'm creating flow and down where I'm creating flow. And then wherever the flicks land, then you can decide the composition. And this is the exciting part of it because it can be whatever you want it to be. I'm now using the straw to blow out the parts that I want to create more flow. So you can see I'm kind of creating a wing feathered look with the blow. And this is using just an ordinary straw, paper straw. And you can see the tendrils and the twists from where I flicked it. Now it's really important to layer the paint, and when you're flicking, flick on the surface so you don't leave big gaps in the canvas. Although the way that I leave paint on the canvas, there is room for it. So you can see the little head forming there. And this is the fun bit because it can be as abstract as you like. You can just leave it like that and just do more flow and just play with it and see what turns up and how it turns out, because it could turn into another creature. At one point I thought it looked like a mosquito. So I'd love to know what you think as we go along. Is this the type of abstract art that you've tried before with fluid art? Yeah, I'd love to know. So for this piece, I'm working with layers of teal, purple, pink and magenta and a little bit of white, just allowing the transparent colours to interact and create depth. And the movement with their lovely abstract feather effects. And as the painting develops, you can start to see a bird emerging from the movement of the paint. You can keep it completely abstract or add just a few simple details. And you can see I'm using the palette knife to take paint away as well as to create different movement. Hubby was a guinea pig recently and he did so well, and I'm going to put a little demonstration of what he created in a video after a following workshop in a few weeks with the rest of the other students, because I want them all to be together with similar colours, and he had so much fun. You're going to really laugh along with us as we have this workshop and all the results of what was created and the fun that we're having. So this is actually the idea behind a new technique that I'm exploring at the moment, and I'm going to be exploring with my students in the August Fluid Art Workshop, and everyone will have the freedom to keep their painting abstract or see where the paint takes them to create something like a bird effect. And for the workshop, I've been experimenting with kingfisher colours, so blues, turquoise, aqua, white, and a little flashes of the copper, orange, gold, which creates such a beautiful movement in the front and in the head of the kingfisher. So I'll leave you now as I just play with my palette knife and carry on using the straw, and I'll see you towards the end to show you how this abstract fluid art painting came out. Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and whether you'd like to see more of this type of painting. Enjoy the music, and I shall see you shortly. So this is the moment that I tilt the canvas in the direction of the head, and you can see where the wing has just occurred. Now that bit was just missing slightly from the video footage, so I apologise for that, but you can see the direction of which I tilted. And now I'm carrying on using the palette knife. So I'd really like to know, what did you see first? Did you see the bird or just the flowing paint? I'd love to know in the comments below, and I'll come back shortly as the bird or abstract painting comes to its finished result.
Look in your eyes, and I can see a life together. Standing by you, and I think I want to forever. And after all that's come and gone through all the years, I can't believe the moment's finally here. And you never looked so beautiful. You're everything I've waited for, and so much more. Standing right in front of me, and we could weather every high and low. If love is going where we go to have it all forever, let's start our life together. Let's start our life together. Take my hand, there's 1,000 first dances for us, in an endless sky being lit by the fire of our love. And after all that's come and gone through all the years.
If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like the video, leave a comment and subscribe to my Marie-Louise art channel for more fluid art experiments and tutorials. You can see that I've used a bit of black for the eye and the beak, and I've had real fun even using a tiny bit of cloth, or in this case a little tissue, wet wipe, to create movement around in the head around the eye before putting the black in. So what do you think of my finished abstract painting of a bird in flight? That's what I think I'll call it today. So thank you so much for being here. As ever, love having you on my journey with me and love seeing what you're creating. So please let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to know what you're creating, and watch out soon for another video following up with all of the students' paintings. I can't wait to create with them all and see what they're going to come up with. It's always an exciting moment when we begin the workshop. So don't forget that your art is a piece of you. Keep shining, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care now. Bye.